What is happening? You're listening to episode 302 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, player 2, Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Is Crawler coming at you?
Player 3 tonight, Super Nintendad. What's happening?
What's going on? Super Nintendad coming at you.
We gave him a new nickname, SNES Daddy.
Well, I was gonna say, what was the nickname last night?
Oh yeah, SNES Daddy. Yeah,
SNES
I
Daddy.
that one.
SNES Daddy's the new nickname.
How could I have forgot?
Yeah, how could you forget? All right, well, guys, let's before we get started, you want to check out my book, n64josh.com/anothercastle. I'll read it to you by going to n64josh.com/audible. It's free there. If you play Fortnite, go ahead and use my creator code, N64Josh. I really appreciate that. And if you just got a new Switch for Christmas and you're looking for some recommendations on games or maybe some Nintendo shirts or mugs or my giant water bottle, which everybody laughs at on stream, n64josh.com/Amazon. With that, we're going to jump right into the announcements.
Hey, listen!
Animal Crossing podcast. New episode launched yesterday. We're going to have a Smash Bros. Tournament in January. I believe it's going to be the last Saturday of the month, so stay tuned for that. Jump into the Discord. Smash Bros. Cast, one of these days here soon. Crawler and I will record another episode. Mario Kart's happening every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We probably had 30 people racing with us this last week. Like it was
a good week this week.
Yeah.
I mean, we still got one more day to go too.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a lot of fun. So we're racing via a tournament, and it shuffles us every 4 games. So it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. A little different, but it mixes things up. So it's kind of cool. Other than that, Chris and I are working on breaking down every weapon in Monster Hunter. We got 2 videos recorded today. So make sure to head over to n64josh.com/YouTube for that. And if you're wondering about indie titles, he is your resource. youtube.com/Super Nintendad. We got the Smash League going strong. I still want to try to get a Pokemon League going strong, and we're going to keep doing our Animal Crossing island tours. That's still going to happen. So, and actually tomorrow I get to go dreamy hunting in Animal Crossing, so that'll be kind of fun. So, with that, let's get into the games we've been playing, and we'll go from there. Crawler, how's your week been? What you been doing?
I put in some more time in Hyrule Warriors. I think you beat that this week, so always get reminded of what games I need to go play when my kids watch you play, and they're like, "We need to play that." So been doing that, but like it's daunting going back in there because it's fun to do the little side missions and stuff, but I also, the completionist in me wants to go check off every box, and sometimes that's hard to go track down the different fish and food and stuff you need to have to even just like get the upgrades unlocked, which are just checking those little boxes across. But the main story missions are fun to do, and they take up a significant chunk of time. Like it's like a half hour, 40 minutes or so usually you can spend in one of those missions. So that's been a good time. It was like an all night kind of thing on Mario Kart on Monday. That was really fun, and I put that back in today. I've been doing a little bit of Fortnite as well. I got the season pass, so I got to get my money's worth, and I'm excited to unlock some of those later higher level characters in the battle pass. So
did you hear about the news on Fortnite today?
What's that?
Chris, tell us.
Boom, 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 boom. So a ship just crash landed into the woods. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, wait. Let's play a little game with this. So that's your first hint. So if you think he'll keep giving you some hints, but let's see if you can...
a ship or like a pirate ship, or like what kind of ship?
No, like a spacecraft ship.
Oh, a spacecraft. Okay.
Yeah. Crash landed from another planet, or maybe dimension, knowing Fortnite. Crash landed, and it is stuck there. You can break off. It's a one-person ship. Okay. It is a one-person craft, You can break it off. This is going to be the character that is basically like Deadpool, Aquaman, and Wolverine were the last 3 seasons. So this will be the one crossover character that you get, that everyone gets as long as you have this season pass.
Okay. Is it from a galaxy far, far away? Or no?
No. I'll give you a hint. You ready? Not. Come on, right. Kill me now. Do it. Come on, kill me.
Might as well have just told him what it was.
It's
Kindergarten Cop. It's the kid from Kindergarten Cop.
So you're saying Predator has arrived, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's not. You hear the mute like him, like his breathing and stuff, like whatever he did.
Clicking.
The clicking.
Yeah. So you heard the clicking when you're over by a ship, and then there's 2 quests that you can do, and then the rest of them I think come out next weekend or the weekend after.
Yeah, they always got to drip feed it,
and then you'll be able to unlock them. Yeah, because this season goes till first week of March, I think. Yeah. March 2nd or something. Yeah,
exciting.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So they usually give you like 3 weeks to get them.
I remember, I was like, as soon as this season hit, I'm like, this is pop culture season. Like that one area is totally Jurassic Park. Like it is.
Oh, it's gonna be Jurassic Park. Yeah.
There's got to be like Dr. Grant or Chris Pratt or something. Chris Pratt's gonna get his second character. Isn't Star-Lord already in the?
If we don't get what's Jeff Goldblum's character's name? And get him with
really hate that man.
Get him with the shirt unbuttoned from the poster or whatever. Like, yeah, let's do that.
I just want an emote of Dr. Grant leaning on Ian Malcolm breathing. That gif that's always going around.
Yeah. Imagine if that was a teammate emote, like you could do it together with
yes. Yes, I need that. I need that. So, but I mean,
I'm still waiting for. Go on.
No, I mean, well, like they're always referencing like going 88 miles an hour. Like, when are we going to get like a hoverboard?
We got to have some kind of Back to the Future thing, because that is one of the achievements, I think, for one of their things the fast
driving
the DeLorean looking esque like fast car.
Well, they've had it the 2 seasons in a row now. They did it with you had to do it up at Stark Towers last season, and then this season they're just like, grab a whip and go 88. You're like, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, they're probably working. That's what 20th Century Fox? They're probably just working on getting Zemeckis' approval for that kind of stuff, then, or something like that.
It could be. Yeah.
But yeah, give us a pink hoverboard as a back bling, and
or even as a glider to come down.
Yeah, I'd take the DeLorean flies in Back to the Future too, so take that as a glider.
Yeah, there you go.
And then a hoverboard is back bling, and then Marty McFly lifesaver vest outfit. I mean, and Doc Brown is not hard. And you can then you can have all the different variations too. You can have Wild West Marty, you can have future Doc and Wild West Doc, and all sorts of fun stuff.
There you go.
I'm keeping those out for free. Epic, do what you will.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. Well, you can emote like Chief does in the Warthog. You could emote on the hoverboard too, and then slowly float around.
Or like be stuck on water and just pumping your foot and not going anywhere.
Hey McFly, those sports don't work on water.
If you have no clue what we're talking about, you have homework. Go watch 3 movies.
Yeah.
Back to the Future Part 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. You will not regret it.
And Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah.
You can skip all the rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Especially the newest one. The newest one was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, what do they do with dinosaurs? They're just like, hey, let's.
I would take a little blow up, like the Halloween costume, the T-Rex blow up thing. I would take a Fortnite costume like that. That would be pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I'm still waiting for next season to be G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover.
Oh my gosh! Stop it!
Just they got that there.
Josh's money is walking out his wallet right
Yeah,
now.
like they already have one character that looks like Voltron, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want that.
Did you pull the trigger on that one?
No, I forgot.
That one was pretty cool. That was from what, the end of season,
one of the seasons. Yeah,
I think that was end of
Before
chapter 1, season 2. I think.
Yeah,
I see.
Where they had the monster and the
Robot,
Voltron, robot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have like a Power Ranger. Like, why don't they have any of the Power Rangers?
Because Bandai's holding it close, probably because they do their own video games. But anymore, you're stupid not to give Epic rights to your game.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if they have them in their store. You know, if their game is in their store, like, of course, yeah, Fortnite, you can have.
And because they throw all sorts of free stuff on. They're trying to be the viable competitor to Steam. Speaking of Epic, tomorrow Battlefront 2 is free on Epic Game Store, so like that's going to be really cool to see.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. That'll get that game pop. I mean, that game is very alive. As much as the internet hated that game at the beginning of its lifespan.
EA didn't do themselves any favor. Like, I was bashing on EA already with Star Wars, but EA has a way of shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of their games. But I think the developers were too stubborn, and it was honestly the story because there was a campaign there. It wasn't bad. I might look into replaying it when I get it tomorrow on Game Pass or Game Store on PC for free. Seeing it, but yeah, the online community is still strong in that game, and it's a beautiful game,
gorgeous,
even on console.
Yeah. Even like, on the potato Xbox One, it's great.
I mean, that's got to be running on. I think it's probably got, or
I think it's the
Frostbite.
Is it? I think it's Frostbite.
The Frostbite, but it's their engine, so they know how to use it. You know,
they know how to use it, even though it's not optimized very well. But
no, it just optimized to look really good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we got derailed a little bit on what I'm playing, but yeah, for the most part, that's what I'm playing.
Love it. Chris, how about you? What you been playing?
Oof. What haven't I been playing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite.
Yep.
And
156 level or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. Close. Yeah, it's wild. But then I've also been playing. Today I played the Little Nightmares demo. Little Nightmares 2 demo just came out today. That game comes out February 11th. Mm-hmm. So they decided, you know what, we're going to come out the day before Mario 3D World, and you guys will forget about us. But the demo...
Get buried on the eShop.
Yeah, no one's going to be getting it on there. And but on the game itself, when you start the demo, it feels like the opening to Inside. Ooh. And then as you go on, like you move along, and it just gets like really kind of like creepy in the best way possible with like the way the humans look, how they all look like creepy, and they're coming after you, and they all look like really like just their body proportions are way off, and it just looks disturbing and good. But I've been playing a lot of Little Nightmares 2. Well, I played that, and then I've been playing a lot of Splatoon 2 to level back up.
The cloud save casualty.
Yeah, thanks for the cloud save. You know, it's weird because I played back, I think it was 2007, what is the name of the Brutal Legend? Brutal Legend came out on the Xbox 360. I played in 2007.
Oh no!
I didn't play it again until last week. I logged in and it had my save, and it had my save from 2007. They're like, "Oh, here it is. We got you." And then my Switch broke. I couldn't get it to turn back on. They couldn't recover my save for Animal Crossing, and they're like, well, I know you put 280 hours into it, but get back to it, I guess. Yeah.
Have fun, champ. Pat on the back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've also been playing Heaven's Vault, which does not come out till the 28th. But so I can't really say anything other than I'm playing it. So that's exciting.
There you go.
And this is you gave me an idea because earlier this week we did the Animal Crossing podcast, and on it there was a rant. And so here is the rant for this. First of all, they got the Mario design on the eShop, right?
Yep.
And it just slows down the store. And most people
They
are like,
added the
"Oh, it
cat
looks
today."
so nice." And they added the cat. Yeah, they added the cat. That's great. Just what I needed. So they added the cat, slows things down. The eShop was so much faster. It might not bother most people because they're just in there, get what they want, and get out. But me, I loaded up like 3 times a day to see what got added to the coming soon section. If there's anything that got added but hasn't been announced yet, I got a couple free codes for that because I would post it on Twitter. They would DM me and say, "Hey, we haven't announced that date yet. Can you remove your tweet and we'll send you a code when the game comes out?" And I'm like, "Surely." So, but anyway, that's
It's
not the
on
point.
the eShop. That's what you're tweeting out. That's the info.
Yeah.
Oh my
they don't want it
gosh.
to be tweeted out. So, the thing I wanted to talk about on the eShop is just the number of terrible games on the eShop. If you look at the new releases, it's like they always release a lot.
Shovelware.
They always release a lot of shovelware, but they also have other games in between there. But when it's as slow as it is right now, with like no actual good games, like I mean, tomorrow we're gonna get Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but before that, I mean, you just got just a bunch of junk. I'm not even going to read their names because they're just not even worth it. But the fact that a lot of companies, even if you click on their name, the games just have really generic names. It looks like it was like it looks like they went to Xbox, created a gamer tag, and said, "You choose for me," and that's how they came up with these names for these games, because they're just like Gorilla Big Adventure. Like, what is just let's throw 3 words together.
Google search. I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
See if anything comes up.
Random name generator.
Yeah, but then if you click on because you can go to the publisher or the developer, depending. I mean, sometimes it's both the same, but you can look at them and they're like the exact same game. They're just reskinned with different stuff, and it's like the exact same way, and it's just really bad. And I hope they do something about it. I hope they add the ability for us to rate games or recommend or not recommend, so then you can be like, "Oh, I just want to see the recommended games from these friends," or I'd rather see them rather than see, "Oh, this shovelware." But who knows?
We can only hope for the 4-year anniversary of the Switch. We get an eShop facelift.
Yeah, and that's the problem. We got it's like slower now with this Mario stuff, and then as soon as the Mario stuff goes away, they're going to be like, "Oh, look, you got Link in here." I mean, the only saving grace is they might show the best Link, which is Legend of Zelda 2, But who knows? We'll see.
Chris, I got a question for you. Do you think the eShop slowed down when they added the new button on the OS at the bottom?
I don't think that slowed it down, because I think the Switch is still just as snappy. But if you go into the eShop, it's almost like it loads longer than it normally does, just so that they can show Mario run across the screen.
Hey, it loads that color red pretty quick.
Yeah,
that's all I see for a while when I go to the eShop is just red banners.
It'll load
everywhere.
that, and then the Mario stuff, and then the other stuff takes longer.
Maybe you have too many friends on your friends list, and that's lagging the eShop.
Maybe that's what it is. That could be it. Well, if you have 80 friends or less, you're golden. But otherwise, otherwise you're playing Monster Hunter Rise and trying to play it online.
Like a slideshow.
Is it still bad?
Yeah. And it's only bad for according to there's not much info out there. I don't think many people are having this issue of the lag. And if the stuff we found on Reddit was, I removed I went down to having 80 people on my friends list, and that fixed the problem. Like, what kind of duct tape makeshift?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that must mean the game servers are trying to be a live service, and is it jump in, jump out kind of stuff in Monster Hunter?
You have a room code.
Yep.
And then people have to enter your room code.
Then that makes no sense then.
Exactly.
Because it should have no bearing on your friends list. Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's like, oh, just, create a burner account and then, play the demo that way. It's like, well, how is this going to run when I own the game? Like, if I drop the money on this game, like, am I going to have to cull my friends list? Like, Chris did his. He's like, yeah, I still have like 250 people on there. And I look through the list and they're people I may end up playing with, or they'll be like, hey, why'd you remove me? Like it's only 300 as it is. So it's just.
And Rise is a Switch exclusive, yes?
Well.
Huh?
Well. Yeah.
Well, according to the leak, it's Switch exclusive for 6 months. And then after that, it's coming to PC.
Well, that tells me that it's not optimized for Switch then, at all.
It seems weird that this is the only game that I know of on the Switch that has this issue with the friends list.
Maybe that's why Mario Maker 2 lags so bad, because of the friends list. Like, you're talking about 4 8-bit sprites that can't run like without lagging. Like, what is that about?
Right, yeah. But then it would have only been the same number of people that complained about Rise multiplayer. Right. If that was the issue.
That's true. So
it's I hopped on my son's account, then started a room, Josh joined, and for me it was buttery smooth, and alongside me was Josh, who
teleporting everywhere like Nightcrawler.
He was just jumping all over the place. Yeah. Like Nightcrawler with an E.
Yeah. Nightcrawler with an E. Blitz in chat is like, friends list can't be an issue. I mean, that every solution people have said is like, yeah, I just set up my family account, went to a new account with no friends, and it worked.
How many games does Capcom have on Switch? I mean,
they've got multiple games that are online. Like, you can play Resident Evil 5 online, no problem. You can play Resident Evil 6 online, no problem. The only problem is you're playing Resident Evil 6.
Facts.
Well, I mean, and that's also 360 architecture, right? I mean,
right, yeah. But then they had Monster Hunter Generations, which was a 3DS game. And this is in the this is the first game on the Switch that uses the RE engine.
It's like some crazy wizardries going on with this thing. But the other thing is in Japan, Generations was crossplay with the 3DS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the only reason it wasn't crossplay here was because I don't think the Generations come on the 3DS in America.
Yeah, Josh played it, right?
Generations, yeah.
They just probably wanted to be greedy and sell more copies, probably.
Isn't it? What's on the Switch? Isn't it like Generations Ultimate or something like that?
Maybe something like that.
Like
the other one, but that same version was cross compatible with 3DS.
Yeah, in Japan.
But only in Japan, yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're saying. I think you're possibly right that we did not get the exact game in the States on.
Yeah, like we got Generations, but we didn't get Generations Ultimate on the 3DS. We only got it on the Switch.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Whiskey in chat says, Josh, I watched your video. I don't know if it was even lag. It was rhythmic. Like, it paused every 2 seconds. Yeah. That's exactly how it was. It wasn't like you're just watching something lag, but it was so rhythmic that it started to make me sick. Like, I was like, okay, I can't.
Because the frames were just so intermittent.
I couldn't even look at it. I was like, this is too much. This isn't good. We jumped in and made started doing our weapon breakdown videos tonight, and we just jumped into solo Right. So I was capturing my footage and then he's reading me the different combos to pull off and stuff. That's kind of how we're doing the breakdowns. So, Whiskey saying what's that?
Count my actual friend. Like I'm looking at my friends list just to see how big it is right now, but it's like it just shows online. It doesn't give me an actual.
Oh yeah, there's no numbers. There's no numbers.
No,
so
you just do 4 times.
Count by 4.
Count however many you got. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Whiskey and chat saying frame pacing maybe, but why on some people and not on others? That's what the Reddit posts look like. People are like, I have no issues. This is working great for me. So it's like and some people are going through their NAT type. I mean, I have no other issue. As far as I'm concerned, my NAT type's good. Somebody's like, this is why you shouldn't be on Wi-Fi. Well, I'm not on Wi-Fi, and neither was this other person. It's like there's kind of no rhyme or reason to it. So
yeah, I have like 147 friends, so I'm over the limit of being able to run smoothly, apparently.
Exactly. Yeah. So
yeah, load it up and see if we can get a new. If we can get the limit upped, so then I know I only have to delete 40 some friends.
Right. Whiskey says this is why you shouldn't have friends.
Yeah, who knows? It's just
that's the best part of Mario Kart streams with Josh is watching him delete friends.
Oh my gosh, we don't have to do it anymore. Like the Splatoon is like the last game that like I can't just create a lobby for. Every other game now we have lobbies that we could use. So it's after this Splatfest, I don't even know if Splatoon will get fired up on stream anymore. It might be.
You need to have a friend of a friend.
Oh yeah, I did play the Tetris Maximus Cup this weekend too.
Yeah, same.
Oh yeah.
Even though it was a very lackluster theme.
Right. I like the sound effects.
Oh, whoa.
Somebody must love Kirby. Well, and Dragoons is saying, Splatoon runs so good, I have never had issues. There's definitely netcode in that game. Like there is definitely netcode issues in that game. Like there's times that I'm like, I'm not even getting hit markers,
and you get killed around a wall, or there's stuff.
Yeah, you're just like
it's not as blatantly obvious as Mario Kart netcode, but it's
where the game is literally guessing what people are doing. It's like
I mean, it's all just
a lot better than
it's just desync is what it is. I mean that's something for all shooters is desync, where because we are connecting to a server there for Splatoon, because it's not all peer to peer. It's we're connecting. We're all connecting to one point, and everyone has different ping to that server, so you get desync. That's what happens.
Yeah. So
we need to fire up Splatoon 1 before the servers go down and play Splatoon
I'd have to
1
buy
on
that.
the Wii U.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never played Splatoon 1.
I have I picked up a copy of it just to have it in the collection. So we can try.
What did you play this week, Josh?
It's been a good week. Yeah, I've been I fired up finished, like you said, I finished Hyrule Warriors. Loved it. I did experience some fatigue in that game of just like, okay, this was a little bit, it got a little too Muso for me at one point, but I'm like...
So like near the end, did you just kind of mainline it then a little bit?
I still, like the last 2 missions, I was like, okay, I can't do any more side stuff. Like, I can't. And I probably have 3/4 of the hearts for Link. And... like, love the story. Incredible story. Great. There's a great twist in it. The game does not end the way you expect it to end. I'm not going to go into any details, but it's just like, oh, okay. And so,
Fox shows up.
Fox McCloud. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just wild, the crossover here. We got Calamity Ganon now in Bowser's Fury, or Calamity Bowser, Yeah. So
yeah, what's his name? Fury Bowser? Bowser Fury?
Yeah, I think so. Woo! So, I loved it. I think it's great. But the Muso stuff started to wear on me. But I was grinding, though. I was like, I was doing, sometimes 4 to 6 hour play sessions at a time. Like, I really wanted to get through that. I'm trying to knock out the backlog on Twitch. So, every day, 10 a.m., I think tomorrow I have an appointment, but I'll be live as soon as I'm done. As long as I don't have an appointment, I'm trying to start at 10 a.m. and I'm doing Origami King right now.
What world are you in?
The blue ribbon one. I just got to the
Are
theater.
You in
the ninja one?
Yeah.
You just
I just finished the ninja stuff.
It gets a lot better after that.
Oh,
right
good.
After that.
Because right now, let me tell you, I can't. People ask me if they should pick it up, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it gets better after World 3. Yeah. Once you get in the desert, and then the sea is a lot better.
Got it. The pacing just dies.
I fell off. I need to go back to playing it, but like that's where the game got better.
Yeah, the pacing's terrible.
The battle system, the exploration gets better, but the battle system, I hate the battle system. It just gets
it's not good,
repetitive.
Yeah, it's not good, and it's like I feel like I need to like learn all the patterns to be able to like play it, but I just don't even want to. I'm like, why are you making me do this?
You can just pay Toad's money to fix it.
That's
for you.
pretty much what I'm doing every time. So
they give you so much money in that game that you might as well just throw it at the Toads.
But I'm excited to hear that it gets better because, like I said, I've kind of been struggling. Like it did pick up today after it was like, okay, I finally got this item to trade, did this little mini game that was fun. Like there's a lot of really great things in this game. But there's some other stuff that just overshadows it that like people are coming in and like, should I pick it up? And I'm like, I don't know. Like they're watching it, like it looks really fun. I'm like, parts of it are the exploration, the way it looks, the water, the paper water and the real water. Like it's the best water on Switch as far as I'm concerned. But like there are times that
I really like the writing.
The writing's funny. The localization team did a really good job because you know that they had to put a lot of care into making sure that translated appropriately and had the good like the humor is coming from that localization team.
And they got the fast travel as the fax machine.
Yes,
yeah.
So great. Yeah.
And so like I enjoy I think the boss battles are super creative because you've already faced them, like the colored pencils, and have you faced the stapler yet?
I don't think so.
Maybe, but like it's all the like the big ribbon, all the big ribbon bosses are like enemies to paper, which is just it's funny. Yeah.
And that's
scissors and
it's just I feel like there's so much missed opportunity when I'm like, this would have been such an incredible RPG if I was leveling up every time.
Or getting to keep companions with you for longer, and or like varying your weapons. Like that's the thing with the paper series is they try to mix it up almost every time, whereas people just kind of want the 64. Like I almost want to go onto the Wii U and buy. I have the cartridge somewhere for my 64, but like buy the $10 version on Wii U for Paper Mario 64 and go play that again, because it was an actual like get companions go with you and you have different weapons and abilities and stuff. And this is just like all the items. There's like a hammer and a shell and boots, and that's kind of it. And they all just are stronger. They get better, and it's boring.
Well, I had somebody ask me today, like, would this be good for a 5-year-old? And I'm like, I don't know who this game is good for.
The puzzles frustrated me at the beginning. I'm like, no, this would not be fun as a kid. I would be upset with it as a kid. I'm like, I don't get it. Like,
oh, I sat and did that water one. Like, I went dead silent on stream, and I leaned back in my chair, and I just went.
Some of those puzzles were hard, yeah.
Like where it's like those old, like I remember, like the car rides.
They fill up, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to move the square. You have one square missing, and you got to just keep sliding everything around. And so, like, I did it.
You could pay to solve it, but yeah.
Oh, really? The bigger one?
I think so.
Oh,
I think if you messed up, yeah.
I didn't. So I put it together, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're connecting. And then Harley's in chat. He's like, you have to use every square. I was like,
that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, oh, here's the path, and I did it. And they're like, no, you need to use every single. I'm like, what kind of puzzle? Who does that?
Yeah, why are you making me do this? So, but yeah. So
I feel like that's what it was lacking. It didn't have great instructions on some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I knew what I needed to do, but I was just like, doing it live, and then there's people that probably already beat it, so they're like, this is so easy, you're such a dummy, you know what I mean? I'm just like, great. All right, well, I'm just going to go silent on this one, and here we go. So, Tactical says, it feels like a kid should do it, but I felt like a fool a few times, right? So, like, it's just, I mean, again, graphics, beautiful. Writing, great. Like, there's so many elements of it that I really enjoy. But I even had somebody in chat, they're like, why are you even playing this then if you don't? And I'm like, well, I still want to get through the story. I still paid for the game. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the furthest I've been in any Paper Mario game. So,
E for everyone. I would be upset as a little kid though.
Yeah.
My son Dash, he's 11. He beat it, and he said it was a lot of fun. He said he liked the way the game looked, and he thought it was funnier, but he didn't like the battles, except for the boss battles.
Exactly.
So yeah, 11 I could see, but 5 I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think, like, there's not enough just like, let me run and jump and jump on Goombas and have fun. Like, I just don't see it, you know. If like
I have
you
a
play it with
he
your
enjoys
kids,
watching it, but I don't think he would enjoy playing it.
Right. So, you know, there you go. And it's what's crazy though. It's one of last year's main titles, and that's what's kind of weird
It's like
looking
the
back.
only main title.
Like, well, you have Animal Crossing, Clubhouse Games, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and Hyrule Warriors are kind of the main staple titles. But like, they all feel kind of niche, even though Animal Crossing sold like crazy.
Gangbusters. Yeah.
It's still kind of a niche.
And Mario Kart Live, there's another. You know,
what are sales numbers? Have they even released sales numbers for Mario Kart Live?
I don't know. I hope they're through the roof. Honestly, I've heard. I mean,
they were hard to get a hold of.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, they're easier now. But not Luigi. Yeah. Luigi's still tough.
It took me forever. Of course, my son wanted Luigi. He's like, "Oh, I want it, but I want Luigi because everyone else will have Mario, so that way I can play as Luigi."
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a King Boo Hot Wheels car. They haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-mm. And then what's the big bomb? Because I've been playing Mario Kart Tour, and you can play as like the big bomb, like
from
it looks
the
like
Bomb Battlefield, like from the 64.
Right? Yeah, it looks like one of them.
Yeah,
it's like the King Bomb.
Yeah, I don't remember his. I don't remember his name. It's just call him Bobby. Just call him Bobby, like from Origami King.
Yeah.
He's like my favorite little sidekick. He's like, I'm napping now. You want to go fight ninjas? Cool, but I'm sleeping. I'm like, this is my spirit animal. So
pretty much.
But Fortnite, been working my way through the battle pass. I think I'm up to like almost level 80 on that, so getting close. Staying up way too late most times playing that. We started doing the I started recording some Fortnite with Jen and Belle and Chris. We did and it's just literally them clowning on me almost the entire time. And so
oh yeah, I took it over the line yesterday.
So that's been fun. Just trying to come up with some fun ways to make content around that game. But
you need to get Jen hooked up to your Elgato so you can just see all the ARs that she carries around.
Yeah, I'll just die often and just spectate her. She'll have like 4 ARs and then like a med kit. You know, it's my favorite of all colors. She's like, well, I kind of like the blue ones better. I'm like, the purple, you got to get the purple ones. Like, she's like, you know. So no, she knows. She's just it cracks me up because I'll be like, you want this purple? She's like, yeah, but do you have it? I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. You know, she's like, yeah, but I don't. I'm like, no, take the better gun. It's all right. So. It's
less bloom. Take it.
Less bloom. And it's so funny because like, you know, we keep everything family friendly, but like outside of the stream and everything, like she gets hot when she's I'm gonna kill you. You know, like I'm laughing so hard because I'm like, as mad as she sounds, it's like when like a kitten gets mad at you and you're like, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Belle's in chat right now. She's like, outside of stream gen? Yeah. Well, I mean, even me. Like, we just, it's a different story. We have a lot of fun. It's a good time. So, but yeah, other than that, I've actually been, I fired up my 2DS and I want to finish Ocarina of Time, which I think I'm pretty close to finishing that, or I can't remember exactly. It's been so long. But then I want to play Majora's Mask. I had a lot of people in chat. They're like, you need to play it. They want me to stream it, but I just want to do it on the 2DS. So
stream it on your Wii U.
I could, but I want that. I hear it's just a better experience on the 2DS.
I've heard the opposite. So. I've heard it's better. I've heard it's because they they changed some things, and I've heard it's more. It is the 64 version on Wii U, and it's better that way. But, I mean, it looks better,
but
not
Majora's
Mask.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that I hadn't heard. I had just assumed. I think I even had somebody in chat say they liked it on the handheld better than.
It looks better, obviously, because they HD'd it. But it'll be
well, HD 240p, like
HD.
I understand what you're saying. the graphics are definitely better. So
you can give yourself a headache by turning on the 3D for a little bit too.
Oh yeah, no, it's a 2DS, so I'm good. I'm good there.
Oh, 2DS,
so, yeah. So I'm all right there. But yeah, I've even picked up a little bit of Final Fantasy VII since Sephiroth came out. I've been messing with that game a little bit more. Whiskey's asking about Nier Automata and Automata, and I that's a game I saw on my Game Pass. I'm like, yeah, I want to download that and
that's a game you have to play through like 5 or 8, 10 different times, I think.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
that's a game that might come up in predictions.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, we're already 40 minutes in. We haven't even hit a topic
yet. There was some news this week, Josh. What was the news?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I literally put out a video saying, "Hey, I think we're gonna get a direct in the next week or two. It's gonna have information on Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury and DLC for Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and stuff about, I don't know if Monster Hunter, Pokemon though, like, and maybe some Zelda stuff, and we're hopefully for Mario Kart 9 something." No,
Katy Perry.
Yeah, Nintendo is just using Twitter now to announce their
promote YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's YouTube and Twitter is all Nintendo's doing, and that's it. We're getting that they were like, they literally announced a 2-minute trailer the day before. What used to be like an announcement for a direct, they're like, join us
for 6 a.m. for a trailer,
for a 2-minute trailer. I was like, I'm not even waking up for this. Like,
they said join us for a trailer, and then the next day they just dropped an 8-minute or 7-minute video today,
right? And
they were like, just here's this video out of nowhere. But the 2-minute trailer, they're like,
did they fire their PR team?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're still gonna sell stuff, and then they announced a Mario Switch, right? And it's completely red with a blue Joy-Con grip, blue wrist straps, and the case is red and blue. Mm-hmm. Some people are like, this is way simple. Like, this is way too simple. There's not, like, at least throw some 8-bit Marios or something on there to celebrate the 35th.
The case has a little bit of some kind of design. Is it Goombas or is it overall? It's overalls.
It's overalls. A mustache and a hat and gloves, and that's it. So I mean, I like it. I'm excited. Like, I'm excited because I kind of have a collection of boxes going on. I just got another Mario Kart 8, like the Switch Mario Kart bundle. I got another one of those boxes from somebody got one for the holiday, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna throw it away." I'm like, "I will take it," So I'm excited to have that like up for display. We don't even know what that looks like yet,
because the whole back of that box is just really good artwork, isn't it, on the Mario Kart one?
Oh yeah. It's my favorite picture of Bowser and Mario, like where they're on they're
upside down on like the Mario, like the
Mario circuit. And Mario's on a 4-wheeler, so I don't think they're upside down. It's not on the Mario Raceway. It's the circuit one that's at night with the helicopter, and Mario's on a 4-wheeler, and they're kind of bumping into each other. I love it. Like, it's one of my desktop screens. Like, it's my favorite artwork. So, but the unfortunate thing with the new box is there's all this like Nintendo Online and all this other stuff on it that wasn't on last year's box. So
that sucks.
Yeah, but yeah, so and what was cool is like I was like, "Hey Jen, check out this new Switch." She's like, "Oh, there's your birthday present." I was like, "I'm not gonna argue." Like, okay, well, sounds good.
So that comes out what, March, or is that
February 12th, same day as the amiibos for Mario, the cat amiibo and Super Mario 3D World. plus Bowser's
which gives them a couple weeks until they announce the Switch Pro.
Right? Yeah.
Because they're not going to cannibalize sales on that. But that's also it's a showpiece. It's a collector. People that, I mean,
yeah. Well, I'll use it
if it's anything like the Animal Crossing one, like it'll be hard to get, and then they'll do a reprint like they did, and it'll be widely available. Because that was the one thing about the Mario Kart, the Mario Odyssey bundle that I balked at originally when I picked up my Switch, because I got it on Odyssey release day, because I didn't want Odyssey digital. Like I wanted the red Joy-Con,
right,
like the Mario Joy-Con, but I didn't want the game digital only. So I went with just the neon. But like those Joy-Con are cool, but now there's another chance, I guess, to get them. But they're going to be locked behind a $300 bundle. Yeah,
and I don't even know if they're the same color red. If you look at it, the thing looks like it's the neon red, which is kind of weird because it's not. It looks a little more.
It should be the Mario red.
Yeah, it just looks a little more pink to me than it does red or salmon, if you will. So. But yeah, so I mean, it's been a big week for Nintendo stuff. Bowser's Fury looks incredible. It looks like a mix. I've done a couple breakdown videos. You guys could check out on YouTube, but I mean, it looks like a mix of Sunshine and Odyssey, and like
especially with Bowser Jr., it looks like a mix of. They're definitely taking tones from Sunshine.
Yeah, and you see him with his paintbrush, and I mean, the storyline looks like he's gonna be like, "Hey Mario, Dad got a little too angry and he's into some bad stuff, so I need you to help me get him out of it." You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I see it going down. So like, but I mean, it looks like Bowser comes to life. Like he hibernates and then he comes to life, and then you gotta worry about him and then try to get more of those. I'm assuming you clear those towers because we see all the lights hit the giant cat bell or whatever. So I see everybody's like Mario's going super cat Saiyan or whatever, and so it's gonna be kind of like a timer thing. Like you get to play and then you got to worry about the boss and then you get to play. What do you guys think, Chris? What do you think? How long do you think this game's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be like 10-hour experience, like 20-hour experience? What do you think?
That's a good question. I don't know. They really made a big deal out of it, like much more than I thought they would. I'm gonna say between 3 and 6 hours it'll be to beat the whole thing. Because if you looked at it, when right before the bell comes undone, it looks like there was like 6 different lights hitting it. So I think you need to like clear 6 different areas in order to unlock the bell. And then if you don't, you just have to wait till Bowser goes away and then keep progressing, and then eventually the final showdown, you'll be able to get him.
What do you think, Crawler?
That's my guess.
I'm hoping for like 10 to 15 hours. That would be good. I'm wondering if I'm remembering correctly. 3D World is overworld map Mario 3 style, right? Where you're going land to land, correct? And you click on the world and you... Okay. I'm wondering if this is going to be more Mario 64 Sunshine-esque, where you jump in to a world and you have objectives to go do. And you so each of those 6 worlds maybe has more than 3 to 5 objectives to do, and you can spend a decent amount of time in each world, secrets to discover. And I mean, it's kind of like an island. I kind of like, you get a little bit of like DK 64 kind of vibes with like a big island to explore a little bit, and who knows? I mean, it could be fun. Well,
yeah, they talk about it being a lake, right? I mean, one, you make a good point. Maybe we're only seeing just a little bit of it. But 2, if this is the only thing, I wonder if this isn't like a prequel or
proof of concept or something like that,
or something else that we're going to see like maybe 2023 or 2022, and to find out how Bowser got to that point. Maybe, like, I don't know. It's kind of like, this is so unique to see. Like, it's not, I think everybody anticipated it being like an addition to Super Mario 3D World, it's really not that. It's
It's
own
just it's just utilizing the power-ups a little bit.
But it also, you see Mario dive just like Odyssey. So it, like, he does the dive and the roll at one point. And so, and I believe both those games run on the same modified engine. And so, 3D World and Odyssey. So I'm
wondering if the camera is going to be set kind of how it is in 3D World, where it's isometric kind of.
It doesn't seem like it.
It seems like it's going to be more of a free. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be more a 64 Sunshine kind of camera. Odyssey, I mean,
because they did away with the 4-player multiplayer. Blind Fates is saying Giant Cat Mario reminds me a lot of Pokemon. There's a lot of, like, you see, to me, I'm like, this is like, you got like Calamity Bowser, right? And then you've got these Gigantamax Mario, you know, like
the memes are pretty funny that have come out.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, for sure. So
oh yeah, I want to know if this was being worked on as DLC for the Wii U but got scrapped because it didn't sell enough for what they wanted, or if this was Mario Odyssey DLC that they then were like, why don't we just add this on to 3D World when we bring it over to the Switch?
If how Mario's moving is more reminiscent of Odyssey, then maybe that's the case, and this is a way. Honestly, this trailer makes it worth the. I pre-ordered it back in the big 3D All Stars trailer, so I don't remember how much it actually. I think, is it a full $60 remaster of the game?
60.
I mean, it that makes it worthwhile because it's just that much of a new experience. So I hope it's a sizable chunk of a game, but. Really, honestly, replaying through 3D World is worth if you make the game, say Bowser's Fury is worth $20, you're getting a $40 value for 3D World. Like that's a good value right there. So I think it does help, but yeah, I'm wondering if it's more. I like your idea, Chris, that it would be Odyssey DLC, but they found a better way to tie it in to utilize that engine and make it kind of its own standalone thing.
Well, personally, I like it better than, like, I love Odyssey, but Cappy for me was kind of, that's the only thing that I was kind of meh on. And there's no Cappy here. It's just regular Mario power-ups. So I'm like, this is
because we've talked about that being the too gimmicky of Odyssey. It's like you knew what you were going to have to transform into and ability-wise what you were going to have to do on the boss battles in Odyssey. So yeah, it's nice to be back to power-ups.
I'm loving that aspect of it. And we were watching the trailer today with this. The Cat Mario had a bell, and he was turning into like a Tanuki statue. And I'm like, this looks like a new item to me. Well, somebody in chat was like, well, it's actually from 3D World, but you have to 100% the game to get that power up. So then a lot of people are asking, like, do you have to beat 3D World to get to Bowser's Fury? And then, like, do you have to 100% it to get that power up, or is it going to be? Can you just load up a totally separate game? Like
Star Road. I mean, Star Road is no joke. Like I'm gonna have to go back and look at my save file on 3D World, but like I put a decent amount of time into that game to get, because I think you have 3 coins to go find in every level, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's are there fairies to find and stuff too? I forget.
In 3D World, there's stamps.
That's what it was. Those are annoying. I mean, some of those are like, I remember pulling up guides, I think, on that, but yeah, it's
and they have new stamps now. There's a stamp of the cats. Yeah.
I would doubt you have to 100% the game to unlock it, because that would be bad marketing, but
it'd be rough.
But I mean, it's a very involved game that has, for completionists, if you want to do it, it's a challenge. And it's one of the harder Star Roads, I will say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah. And then they also, some people are happy and then other people aren't happy because you can't make everyone happy, where they got online multiplayer and you can only play with your friends. You can't play with strangers.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
No, like, yeah. No. Goodbye, Monster Hunter Rise. You can only play with your friends. So what happens is you can have 2 people play on one Switch and then 2 separate people play on their own Switches, or you can have 2 and 2, or you can have 2. Yeah, that's basically.
That's probably just to keep the camera under control so it doesn't zoom out super far.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Hopefully it's okay. The latency, we'll see. But the fact that they even added it, like, that just seems like for the longest time, everyone wanted online for like their sports games and everything else. And they're like, no. And then even their multiplayer games, they're like, no. Like when the first one came out, everyone wanted online multiplayer for it. And they said, no, this is made to be played locally. And now they're like, well, okay, you can play.
Right. I don't even want to tell you about the Steelbook for this game.
Oh, for Europe?
That the UK is getting.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, the inside looks better than the outside. And what's a physical edition? What is that?
It's something Josh and I buy.
Isn't the Switch digital only? I thought the Switch.
How many? Do you have a terabyte card in your Switch yet?
Yeah, I got a terabyte card.
Of course you do. I have to archive stuff for a 400 gig card. So
I have to archive stuff with a terabyte card. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
it's fun.
Next week we're gonna talk predictions for 2021. All right, but there's a few, like, one other thing I want to make sure everybody knows. If you are trying to get the second wave of pins, you have to purchase 3D World. You have to have 15 missions completed on mario.nintendo.com. And
I have 10. I need to go check and see what else I need to do. I have 10 that are done so far.
Yeah. And some of them are easy, like go to Mario Kart Live's website and make an ID card and stuff like that. You can get through them pretty quick. I think I have all but purchasing this game, but I'm even considering purchasing it digitally so that I can make sure I get the points, because if I get it physically, you have 48 hours and they may announce these coins on the 12th, and then you're not going to, or these pins, and then you're not going to get them, because it can take up to 48 hours to register your gold coins. And
that's why I did 3D All-Stars digitally and physically, and I still missed out on the pins because they had like a 20-minute window that you could order them, and then they sold out. So
well, and I was always wondering, like, why is there only half of the pins available? Well, it's 2 waves. And to get that first set of pins, you're looking at a cool Benjamin Franklin on eBay to pick those up. So
I'll sell you mine if you want them.
All right, let's talk later.
Let me find them. I think who knows where they are.
That's great. He's like, I got them. He just Swedish chef those things behind him somewhere.
I downloaded them on my SD card.
All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up here, shall we? Super Nintendo, where can people find you?
You can find me at Super Nintendo on pretty much everything. Yeah,
except for Twitch.
I say you need to update that Twitter handle to be SNES Daddy or something like that.
Oh yeah, SNES Daddy.
He's like, what?
That's a good idea.
I hate you guys. Crawler, how about you? Where can we find you?
SNES Daddy shirt.
I'll make it.
You can find me hanging out in the Discord. That's the best spot. n64josh.com/Discord. Come join. Come play Smash, race Mario Kart, play Fortnite, all sorts of fun stuff. Come hang out.
Bell says, y'all not making SNES Daddy stick.
Make sure the shirt just says SNES Daddy with like an air bubble coming out of Bell's mouth. There you go.
I don't even know what that means. I don't want to see what is like. I don't have any clue. But guys, you can find me everywhere at N64Josh, and Twitch every day 10 a.m. Come hang out. putting out lots of TikToks, lots of YouTube videos. We're going to be hitting Monster Hunter very hard. I put out a beginner tips. I did a Mario Kart Q&A today with Solo something. It's so great to me that there's so many different levels of players that we're getting in the community in Mario Kart, in Smash, Fortnite, whatever. There's all different levels of people that are getting into these games, and so it's great to be able to help people improve and have more fun with the game. So you can check that out if you're just getting into Mario Kart. Go check out the video. There's a lot of good beginner tips there. So yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.